Hey everybody, I'm Nastymold, and today I'll be showcasing every single ultimate reward in the game so far, all the way from the Season of Gratitude to the Season of the Little Prince. Now every single season you get between 1 to 3 ultimate rewards depending on what that season offered, and you also get a seasonal pendant to wear. I'll be wearing a pendant while we showcase every season. I will also be doing the seasons in order as they have appeared in the game. Now unfortunately, all of these items are unobtainable because you had to 100% complete a season, and seasons have not been shown to ever repeat yet in the game. So as of right now, there is no possible way. I'm going to be going through every item very clearly, so the video might be a bit long, but timestamps will be in the description. Let's get started! First up, we have the Season of Gratitude. Now this season only had one ultimate reward. A lot of the beginning seasons only had one to start. This one gave us the deer mask. I really think this is one of the most beautifully sculpted masks in all of the seasons. From the ears, to the horns, to the shape of the eyes. It also has these little earrings that bounce around as you walk, and the ears do as well. All in all, this is definitely one of my favorite masks. I also love pairing it with the prairie elder hair because it looks like big tufts of fur are coming out of the ears. The next season was the Season of Lightseekers. Now this season gave us a lot of great cosmetics and an even better ultimate reward. This gave us our very first functional ultimate reward. It is a prop and it's a very rare umbrella. This is the Lightseekers umbrella. Here's what it looks like on your back. When you open it, it expands, and it looks similar to like the fungus growing on the trees in the hidden forest. Now this umbrella can protect you from rain and the people holding your hands as well, as long as they fit underneath. It is definitely one of the most unique ultimate rewards. The pattern is amazing. The glowing effect on it is incredibly cool, and I love the little baubles hanging off. This umbrella also had a very unique opening sound effect. This is the only ultimate reward for the Season of Lightseekers, but it is such a good one. The season to follow was the Season of Belonging, and it was such a nice, charming season. This one also only gave one ultimate reward, but it's another functional one. Now this one's pretty cool as well. It is a bundle of logs, tied together by a yellow ribbon. Now this is actually a seating place. I'm going to put it down. So this is the bonfire. And when we place it down, we can actually light the logs and they will charge us. There are 4 places to sit. We have 1 across from this one and 2 on the big log on the other side. Now like I said, not only is it a chat table, the bonfire can also charge us, and it charges pretty fast, so it's a very, very convenient object to carry. And it looks incredibly cute. It's a great prop to use to set a cozy vibe, and it can also be placed in the shared spaces, so you can have one for your little home. And then we had the Season of Rhythm. Now the Season of Rhythm was our first season with 2 ultimate rewards, and some of the most coveted ultimate rewards in the game. This one gave us the beloved owl hairstyle, and our very first black mask. So if you wanted a dark mask, the only options at this point were the Season of Rhythm ultimate reward, or the faceless mask. So these items were very, very sought after, especially the hair. To start though, we are going to showcase the Rhythm mask. This was our first dark mask. It has bright glowing eyes like all the other masks, and 2 little upside down golden triangles underneath the eyes. To this day, it's still a pretty popular and exciting mask. Next up, we have the hairstyle lovingly nicknamed the owl hair, or the hoot hoot hair. This hairstyle has 2 very feathery strands sticking straight up in the front. It's got its hair tied back with this golden ponytail, got this hair framing the face. I think it's really, really nice. And it's got these sort of triangular bangs. As you walk, the little feathers plop, plop, plop. And as you run, they go a little crazy. It's such a great hairstyle. And then we had the Season of Enchantment. The Season of Enchantment also had 2 ultimate rewards. They were pretty unique. One is the turban, which I'm wearing right now with that floating star. The other are the 2 hair tassels on either side of my head. First, we're going to take a look at the accessory, which is the hair tassel. Now these are super long, purple. They have golden hardware on the top and on the bottom. You can wear them with any hairstyle, and they'll just poke out. And they look a lot like earrings. As you walk, these ones will jiggle to and fro as well. When we run, they are just flopping around. And then we have the turban hair. This one is super well made. It's got that nice deep purple with a tassel hanging down the front. As we go around, you can see the design is great. It's got this little stud on the back in gold, this flat piece on the top in gold. You can see it has the same shape as the Season of Enchantment logo and pendant. And inside we have this little star, which flops around as you walk. It looks hilarious. To me, this was our very first exciting, glowing cosmetic. I know we had some in the Season of Lightseekers, but just the fact that that star is floating there was super exciting to me. Hi, Moth. Hello. Hi, buddy. The next season was the Season of Sanctuary, and this season also had 2 ultimate rewards. We had the Manta Cape and the Handpan instrument. The Season of Sanctuary was a really well thought out and considerate season. It actually released in the summer of 2020, which was our first summer with COVID-19. It was basically a way for TGC to give us a little summer vacation while we were all stuck at home. Now we're taking a closer look at the Manta Cape. This one is designed after one of the most common creatures in Sky, the manta. It's got that cute tail. I love how the winged light design goes all the way down the tail. And it's got these little golden yellow accents. Now who skinned a manta, I don't know, but I do like having its cape, so I'm not going to think too hard about it. Here is what the cape looks like while in flight. Forgive my stinky flying. And here's what the cape looks like as you lose your light. The yellow becomes this super bright white, and the cape retains its white color. It almost looks like an ascended manta or something. It's pretty neat. The second ultimate reward for this season was the handpan, which is a type of instrument that you bap around with your hands. You can see there's these little divots. Those help create different notes. I love the shade of blue. I love how metallic it looks as well. It's a very well made instrument. Let's hear what it sounds like. The handpan is an incredibly cool instrument, and it's super unique. Look at how I pat it when I'm idle. Aww. The next season to come was the Season of Prophecy, and this season also brought 2 ultimate rewards. We had the super cool Anubis mask and the Prophecy drum. Now I'm not 100% sure what type of drum this is, but it is pretty incredible looking. And the mask, I mean, chef's kiss, look at it. It's so cool. The Anubis mask is an incredibly cool cosmetic. It has those really high pointed jackal ears, very sharp crafted face with a ton of interesting features. It has 3 eyes on it. Even the stone formations on it are really cool. And of course it had the glowing halo, which was so interesting. The shape underneath the eyes, the stone formations in the ears that make it look more like ears, and the way it bounces when you walk, oh, it's so funny. And when you run, it just goes crazy. A terrific mask. And then we have the Prophecy drum. Now it has the Prophecy logo on the top of it. It is kind of hard to see. They're very similar colors. Lots of straps running down. What looks like wood strips holding it all together. This drum to me sounds very similar to the in-game drum already. And this is your stance before you're about to play. I think it's really funny. He's super ready. And of course, one of my favorite things to do is to go absolutely crazy. Look at him hammer on that drum. And then we had the Season of Dreams. Now this season also brought 2 ultimate rewards, the Phoenix Cape and the Phoenix Mask, which together made up the costume of the girl from the season. Lots of detail on these 2 items to bring them together really well. First up, we'll look at the Phoenix Mask. It has these little fluffs on the bottom and the pointed phoenix feathers on the top. This whole season had very bird-shaped masks. I love the shaping around the eyes, the little diamond in the middle, and that super tiny beak. As you walk, all of the feathers bounce around. It feels like the ones on the side bounce a lot more and look like floppy little ears. The Phoenix Mask. And then we have the Phoenix Cape. Now this was one of our first bird-shaped capes. It is extremely big, extremely angled. It has those cool tail feathers on the back. Well, this is our first cape that looks outright like bird's wings. We have some from other seasons that look kind of similar to birds, but this one is for sure phoenix wings. On the inside, it's a little bit darker. It still has that gold trim around it. They're super shapely, and you feel really strong while flapping with them. They really gave off the impression of heavy, powerful bird wings. And here are the phoenix wings melting as you turn into an unlit state. They have that typical white look to them, with a brighter white on the tips where the gold was. Albino phoenix. And then we had the Season of Assembly. The Season of Assembly was the very first season to have 4 ultimate rewards. We had the Assembly Cape, the Bugle Horn, which is the instrument on my back, we had the Pot Hat, and the Assembly Mask. Lots and lots of ultimate rewards for Assembly. Some of them were pretty minor, but some looked extremely cool. Starting off with the Assembly Mask. Now this one had the look and shape of the Assembly logo in yellow And this season brought a ton of black masks to the game, so it really satisfied that need for more unique black masks. Next up, we have the pot hat. A very simple hat, but very cute in execution. Your Sky Kid is wearing a pot on its head. It has some very simple etchings around it that you would see in the Sky world, and little diamond engravings on both sides. You'll also notice for this season that the assembly pendant had a very different look. This one was more of like a scout's bandana. This is the first time we've had a pendant look different. And then we have the assembly cape, which is one of my favorite capes. It's got this tattered, worn look, like someone just threw a robe over their shoulder, has the assembly logo on the side, and what looks like a hood on the back. At first I wasn't really 100% on this cape, but it matches with a lot of cosmetics, and it kind of makes you look like a little rogue wanderer. This is what the inside looks like. Nothing much different. This cape also had a very unique texture to it that none of the other capes have had so far. Similar to burlap or like a sack of potatoes, you know? It has a very homemade feel to the cape, which is great because it was just kids playing as scouts in the woods. This is the look of the assembly cape while flying. It's not as angled as most capes because it doesn't have points on the ends, but it still works pretty well. And then we will see it melting. This cape I find pretty cool to melt because the assembly logo totally disappears. However, it keeps the texture, the very unique texture that the cape had. And to me, it kind of looks like snake skin or scales in this color scheme. And then we have the bugle horn. Not really a daily instrument you might use to practice, but it has an extremely unique sound. It's got this very brassy look that I like. On the end, it has these little yellow etchings. The mouthpiece is yellow. And it has a little scarf tied up on it as well. And here's what it sounds like. And as you don't play any keys, your Sky Kid does a little boogie. Do. And the most recent season, as of me making this video, is the season of The Little Prince. This season was a collaborative season with the best-selling book, Le Petit Prince. It's a pretty beloved novel. It's been made into a movie. I believe it was a TV show as well. This season brought us 3 different ultimate rewards. We had the Little Prince hair, Little Prince outfit, and the Rose music box. The first cosmetic we'll be looking at is the Little Prince hair. It's got quite a spiky look to it. Of course, I'm glad they kept it white because the Little Prince has some very blonde, if not yellow hair. I'm glad they kept it white to keep with the theme of sky. I think yellow hair would have been a bit jarring. And we have the Little Prince outfit. He has like an all-green robe almost, with a little belt. He also has these little shoes that look like clogs to me. They really kept with the theme of the Little Prince. I think everything is very true to the book. And let's walk and look at these little shoes in motion. And the final item is the rose music box, which while on your back looks like a very detailed rose. They even have the thorns, the leaves. This item can also be used to decorate your shared space if you like. And now I'm going to show you the music box aspect of it. Now this is a pretty unique item. It does have a little note on top you can press. You can't see it right now though, because I'm using the in-game recorder. Let's press it. At this point, the music box will repeat. That was the song primarily used in the Season of the Little Prince, and it's so precious. I love how the rose gently spins around in its glass jar. And that is every single ultimate reward to come to the game so far. Lots to go over. Sorry the video was so long, but thanks for sticking it out to the end. Thanks as always for watching, you guys. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye!